Hello and welcome to the trade setup. In this video we are looking at United Health. It is time for another update, and on this chart in the large time frame we are focusing mainly on this green scenario in which we have a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, then another 1-2 setup, then this would be the third wave up, and we would now most likely be in the fourth wave to the downside, in which we expect to find support in this green area between $260 down to the $96 level at the 50% retracement. And if we break below this level at the 50% retracement, we would have to shift to a different scenario that would allow still a deeper retracement. But at the moment we are still quite far from any of those lower boundaries of the support zone, and in fact technically it is even possible that this wave 4 completed, we did reach the support zone, we did react once and pushed higher, we did form another lower low, but then again we pushed back higher. If we look here in the shorter time frame at these movements, we can see that we did find pretty good support both times when we reached the green support area. Now in this wave 4 we still have two interpretations that could be followed overall, and in both of them we can allow for continuation to the downside. But if we break above this level at the $326.5 level, we would have to discard the orange scenario and rather focus instead only on the white interpretation, in which we are looking to form a B wave that would allow then continuation to the downside in a larger C wave. And this B wave is expected to reach the resistance area between $342 up to around $510 level at the 78.6% retracement. Now it can go at any of the levels, any of the prices within this range, and still have the same probabilities that we are still yet to form a C wave to the downside once this correction in a B wave is complete. But for now, let's go quickly through the two scenarios that we have at hand. And we have here the orange interpretation that could be developing in a wave 4 in green, and my mouse is acting up, I apologize for that. But here in orange we have a wave A down, a wave B up, and now we would be looking for a C wave to the downside. Now the C wave would need to have a 5-wave move to actually consider it complete, which is why we cannot consider this movement to the downside a complete C wave, since it is clearly a 3-wave move. And additionally it is also pretty weak. Even if it did form a 5-wave move in this area, I wouldn't have necessarily been focusing on this being the orange interpretation. But right now I am pretty certain that this is either the white interpretation if we don't form additional lows, or we are still about to form following lows without breaking above the $326.5 level, which is either the B wave top or the fourth wave top here in white. Now in the white scenario we are instead tracking a 5-wave move to the downside in an A wave instead. So this would be a 1, this would be a 2, a third wave down, a fourth wave up, and then this could be the 5th wave to the downside. We could still extend even lower within the white scenario and just reset this wave A low, because overall we could develop this as a larger ABC instead of having only this low as the A wave bottom. So those are the reasons that I am not considering this fourth wave in green complete yet. And now to get into the shorter time frame, in the previous video I was mentioning that if we continue to make another low in this area, so breaking below this level that we previously had as the fourth wave bottom in white, even if we do not break the support zone in white, I would rather focus on the yellow interpretation due to the scale at which this fourth wave in white would have needed to be following those movements in which we were tracking an impulse. So for this wave 2 or this wave 2, this wave 4 just doesn't work out. It's not something I would focus on. So we are actually going to remove the white interpretation for this movement to the upside. Now this could still turn out to be a B wave in white, where it would be within an ABC pattern in the fifth wave overall. That is still possible, but in the idea that we are still forming another high, I am only really considering the yellow interpretation at the moment. And yeah, we did hold the resistance zone, we did form another low, so we can also remove those ideas and instead focus strictly on the yellow interpretation, where we are tracking a leading diagonal to the upside that is going to be an A wave within the larger ABC pattern, so within the larger B wave that we have here in white. And I can even add a count that would be like this. And in this fifth wave, what we are expecting to happen from this fourth wave low, considering that it bottomed and we are now in the fifth wave, we are looking for a three wave pattern, so an ABC structure, where yeah, we can even look for a target, in this case for a fifth wave. So I would be looking at an ideal target at $330, and yeah, the first one, the real first target would be at $327. Quite similar, doesn't change much, but keep in mind we have quite significant resistance in this red box, and yeah, I would personally like it to break above the red box, because then we could invalidate the orange scenario and we could focus even more on the larger white interpretation, where we are in an overall B wave here. Now, how that develops may differ, could be plenty of ways, but that is not really what we are focusing on. And here in this area, from this wave 4 low, so we did reach the support zone in yellow from $296 down to $266 level, and we could still be within this fourth wave. Now personally, I prefer that it pushes directly higher in a fifth wave here, but it could still turn to the downside, and as long as we stay above the $266 level, I would still consider this yellow scenario, in which we are looking for another wave 5 to the upside, a possibility. And yeah, as I was saying here, the structure suggests not very much, to be honest. It could be something like an ABC that is developing, and then this could be a larger A wave, and then we would be looking for a B wave, and then another C wave to the upside. Yeah, the structure in such patterns are quite unclear, and we aren't going to focus too much on them. I would overall focus on the larger support zone that we have here in yellow, and in the large time frame, the green support zone that we have here in green. And for now, these are the levels. This is the trade setup. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what else you want me to cover, and I'll do my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead. And until then, I hope you have a nice day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.